Hey, Aramis. The irony of Twitter burning after we didn't start the fire, part 2. It's truly fucking amazing. Oh. Come on, game. You can do it. I believe in you. Pop up on screen, please. There we go. Oh boy. So what the fuck happened? Well, children, Twitter went down for a couple of hours. I was playing 40K while this was happening. And then it comes back online with a change to its rules. Limited viewing. You have to have a profile to view stuff on Twitter, and you only get a certain amount of tweets that you can see. Even if you paid for it. This man is speedrunning the fucking death of the public platform. Allow me to say something here. Tumblr, DeviantArt, Facebook never limits your viewing. You know why? Because sites need you to view shit! This fucking idiot is so fragile. So fucking fragile and so up his own ass. And yeah, no, exactly. It's going to make it harder to find previous tweets from racist, homophobic people. Because you know why he's doing it. He's a fragile little bitch. He can't handle it. He owns a platform that regularly makes fun of him. And instead of just like having a passive income, just buying it and then hiring someone else to run it for him, no! He is responsible for everything that's happening. And as I said in my video, hi Megamensch, nice to meet you. As I said in my video that I made on TikTok today, anybody still defending him, holy fuck, I hope that piss tastes like lemonade, because y'all are drinking it. I am astounded, chat, that, like, Twitter is going to die. It is. There's going to be a mass exodus from it, aside from his piss suckers. It's totally backwards. It's totally backwards. By the way, most people are saying like it's like 600 if you're not on Twitter Blue. It's 3,000 if you're on Twitter Blue. 3,000 posts. Are you fucking kidding me? And it's not even viewed. It's loaded. It's loaded tweets. So if I go into one post with over 3,000 comments, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day. That means can't see what's going on in the world, can't see what my friends are up to, can't go talk to my friends on Twitter on like their public memes. Can't see any of my fellow streamers or streamer friends when they post, when they're doing shit, because I'm not in some of their Discords, because they don't make their Discords public, or I have to pay, and I'm sorry, I can't pay because I'm broke. You know what Twitter is used for? It's not the Elon dick-sucking train. It is a platform for people to talk and share on. And the second you limit that, who the fuck wants to be there? Like, that makes no sense. He's been L-ratioing himself for the entire time he's owned Twitter. He's lost millions, billions of dollars on this thing. He refuses to pay rent. He refuses to, like, pay his employees. He's trying to force them to work slave hours inside the workplace. And he's fired everybody that knew how to run the fucking company. The only people are left are the people that kept their heads down because they literally have nowhere else to go, or the people who literally suck his dick because they're on 4chan instead of working. It's why the site is constantly breaking down. It is, like, how? How do you fuck this up? How? This was the easiest thing ever. And people worship this idiot. They worship him. My dad says that he's the solution to the world's problems. The fucker can't even run something right. Oh my fucking God. I have never seen something this fucking stupid in my life. I haven't. I just haven't. Like, there are other platforms. There's Hive, there's Mastodon, and people are going to go to those. The majority of people will just go to that. Or go back to Facebook. Most of my artist friends will probably just either stick to their Patreons and stick to posting in, like, Discords or, not appropriate sites.
Find the crashed flood ship. Overload its engine core. Either destroy this city or risk losing the entire planet. Chief, make your way to the crash site.
Multiple contacts. Unknown hostiles. There! Over there!
Got it. First try.
Surrounded, Sergeant!
But yeah, like, if anybody tells you that Elon Musk is a good, just show them that, and they'll shut the fuck up instantly. Or if they don't shut the fuck up after that, you call them an idiot and walk away. Because this is fucking pathetic. The only reason this asshole bought Twitter was because his fifis got hurt. Because people were making fun of him constantly. I just,
Make short work of this abomination.
it is just annoying.
You gotta get out of here.
So yeah, a public platform was bought by a billionaire, a literal billionaire, a waste of space on this earth, honestly. And he ruined it. He ruined it for everybody. Because a man who essentially is only worth anything, we all agree that money is worth something, is basically got butthurt.
Cursed parasite. Rise up and I will
There's no other way to put it.
You totally own that sucker.
I genuinely am out of words to say.
Victory is ours.
Yeah. It's... I don't even know anymore. And people will continue to defend him. Because it's either sunken cost fallacy, or they're just that hard and hoping the billionaire will, like, protect them. Even though he won't.
Sergeant, they were all infected.
I hate everything. I just do.
This is the carrier, Shadow of Intent.
There is no other way to feel about this.
While we deal with the
This is highly frustrating and, like, disturbingly disgusting.
My brothers, I fear you bring bad news. High carrier is fallen. Become a fretted high. The fleet has quarantined en route. This single ship broke through our lines and we gave chase. We had a fleet of hundreds. Alas, brother, the flood. It has evolved. Dear life.
So how are you, chat? Like, how are you all? How are you all doing? Because, like... Oh, boy. In other Elon news, apparently the Coliseum reached out to him and sought for their slap fest. Yeah, no, that got canceled. That got canceled because Elon's mom stepped in. Such a strong man. Such a strong man having mom come in and fix his problems for him. He talks mad shit. He talks mad shit. But the second someone asks him to stand, the fucker cowers and finds someone to make an excuse for him. He starts, like, talking shit about Mark on Twitter. He starts talking shit about the non-human on Twitter. And then Mark is just like, fine, where and when? You want to talk shit, you get hit, okay? And then Elon pussies out. He's a little pussy. He's a little bitch. Man is a fucking chicken wearing a skin suit. Like, he cannibalizes his own and just straight up causes problems for everybody.
Looking for something. We didn't believe them when they told us.
Cortana, Chief. She's on that ship. Find her. Get her up.
And, like, what else am I supposed to say about him? He's a coward. He's a fragile little bitch who can't handle criticism. And just wants... He just wants to be everyone's problem. I just... What? Okay, so either a grenade. I just... You know what? Why do millionaires and billionaires gotta ruin everything for everyone? Like, they ruin everything for everyone. And... like every billionaire is at this point like just a racist, a homophobe, or like all these different things, because to keep people stupid, they pay billions of dollars to keep us literally fucking stupid. And then they jiggle keys in front of the stupid people to get them to just basically be like, oh, they're so smart. Look at them. They did everything to get their wealth. No, they didn't. They did fuck all to get their wealth. Most of it was inherited. And most of it's lost through horrific business decisions. Already, but something gravitational waves using stars as measurement tools. I have no idea what that's about. It's totally backwards. It's totally ass backwards. And He also, like, he made cisgender a bannable slur on Twitter. A scientific term. I got past Planet Wriggler on OG Ratchet and Clank for the first time. Even so, I'm doing pretty great. That's great! Horrific business decisions. I'm buying a company that has literally never been profitable. Yeah, it's not been. I am stunned that, like, someone else hasn't, like, been like, hey guys, sell me your shares and I'll kick him the fuck out. And the world lost, like, the world just lost its fucking, its town square, essentially. Like, one of its town squares. Because this one asshole from South Africa, whose daddy owns an emerald mine, who paid for everything for him. Everything. Who never finished college. Never did. He never finished. He paid people to forge documents saying that he did, when he never did. He put money on, like, he bought Tesla from the people that invented, like, made Tesla, and then just put his name over theirs in their history book. That's all he did. He didn't invent shit. He didn't make the computers better. Tesla wasn't even a car manufacturer. It was a computer developer. And then he shifted them to making cars. And those cars are literal fucking garbage. Literal trash. Every Tesla is garbage. All of them are cheap and, like, they fall apart so easily. But then they cost an arm and a leg to replace. Not to mention that if you get in one with autopilot, it just plays Let's Hit a Kid Simulator. Or Let's See How Fast I Can Kill the Person Inside Me Simulator. It is horrific. And then he goes and buys SpaceX, which I can tell you what SpaceX is doing right now. They're losing billions of dollars to see how explosive rockets are. Every fucking launch they've had, their rockets have exploded. Every single one. Because they rush them out. They rush them. Before they're even fucking ready, they're rushed out, launched, and then explode. And then all that debris lands in the local area, causing problems for local wildlife and locals. They're currently being sued over it. Oh, but they bring jobs in. Yeah, look at your job. It just exploded. Bye. It is heartbreaking to see all this. That, like, there are just so many stupid fucking people in the world who put one idiot on a pedestal. It's a court of clowns that puts the jester on the fucking pedestal. And then they laugh and call you an idiot, even though they're the ones on fire. And you're just sitting there like, he loses money. He loses it constantly. He's in support of the nation of Ukraine losing its independence to Russia. He supports Russia. He supports dictatorships. Why? Because it's good for him. He's racist, and he's a rapist. He sexually assaults his female employees. He just got sued over it. Because he offered a horse for a hand job. For a woman who had fucking IT levels of education. No, you're gonna be a massage therapist on my fucking private plane, dumb bitch. Like, I don't know what to say. It's just... How has he not gone bankrupt? How has he not, like, put one between the eyes? I don't get it. I don't know. He pisses away our resources. He takes our tax money, both Canada and America. He pisses it away or hides it, doesn't do anything with it, puts out products that either explode or break just by the wind touching it. By all accounts, all of them, him, Jeff Bezos, and so many others should be broke. They should be. Broke and in jail. With how many crimes they've broken. But no, they got a lot of money, and so no one wants to touch them. Go ahead, robot, be real. Be real for me. I am just so livid. Like, guys, we should just get the fucking guillotines ready at this point. This is so fucking asinine. It's... I don't even know. I was on Elon hype train for a while. I didn't know all this behind the scenes stuff and only knew what was... Yeah. It... How do I put this? A lot of people that are now seeing Elon for what he is are leaving. Like, they are just like, nope, I'm done with him. He's an idiot. Which, good. Very good. But, like, the amount of people who are still sticking by him just show what kind of people they are. They never cared about anything but just having a laugh at other people's expense. But now it's coming at their expense because their guy looks bad. Every fucking minute, their guy looks bad. And they can't do anything about it. So all they can do is just say, oh, he's just doing this to piss off the libs. When in reality, they're losing the space too. This affects them too. Elon doesn't care for them. He never did. It's a good hype train for him, but that's it. And now they're seeing it for what it is. And they can't do anything about it. And it's just... what else are we supposed to say? They did this to themselves. I'm angry, Shadow. I'm really angry. I'm angry that just so many people in this world have to suffer and have to lose all the good stuff because one asshole got butthurt. Because one guy can't handle being insulted. And now, like, we all lose out because of him. We all do. There's nothing we can do about it. We just all lose out because of him. Man, I wonder if anybody's defending him in my comment section on my new video. I'm so tired. I just want a day where, like, I don't have to be angry. That I can just have a good day. But no. Elon has to be a bitch. And make the world less fun because he can't handle it. Now the ODST look better. I'm so tired, dude. I'm so tired of billionaires just wandering around saying, I don't like this, so get rid of it. And then people do it. We lost a historical bridge because of Jeff Bezos, because his super yacht couldn't fit. So they tore down a bridge. A historic bridge from World War II. fuck your history. The billionaire wants it gone. The billionaire who offers nothing wanted it gone. Fuck you. Nothing else to say. And just like, why are we putting up with this? Why? This is horseshit. I know I'm preaching to the choir. But, like, my dad worships this fucker. My own father. And, like... How? Why? I just made new friends on Twitter. And now, like... And I met my artist on Twitter. And now that avenue's gone. And now, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, the old fucks are just gonna be like, oh, well, now you'll go outside. Now you'll go outside. Ha 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 ha. Cool. What's going on in the world? I want to know. Oh, just watch the news. Oh, you mean like Fox News? The news source that lies it is pro-Russian? I want to watch them. Fuck them. Shadow. There are some days where, like, you drive me up the wall with some of the things that you say. But one thing I do appreciate about you is that, like, you have a way of just, like, bringing up something to try and cheer me up. And, like... I appreciate your existence, my guy. I do. I really do. Like, I'm laughing because, like, that came out of fucking left field. But, you know what? I can't help but laugh. Thank you. I needed that. I needed that today. Thank you very much. Like, I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm in a state right now where I know if I say that, like, this can't get any fucking dumber, there's going to be some asshole out there that proves me wrong. Anything that's coming out soon that I'm looking forward to. Oh, that's a good question. I'm looking forward to the Space Marine game. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse 2 next year. I'm looking forward to that. 10th edition is pretty fun right now. There's a few things that are bugging me about it, but they'll probably be ironed out eventually. Eventually. Well, we'll get there eventually. So about Halo lore. Spartans were made to squash rebellions. Were they basically Pinkertons? Okay. So what is the complicated relationship between Earth and her colonies? Oh boy. So, how do I put this? I'm trying to find, like, the best way to put this. So, in Halo, Earth had about 500 colonies, give or take, all of varying sizes of population. And essentially, there was the inner colonies, the middle colonies, and the outer colonies. So when you have a bunch of colonies like that, you tend to want to centralize authority so that way, like, no one is left out. And that you can take advantage of the resources that are there for you. For your empire, essentially. And the problem becomes how do you how do you take care of everybody? Because how it was going is that resources were going from the outer colonies to the middle colonies to the inner colonies. So essentially, when you're working out in the outer colonies or the middle colonies, it looks like the middle colonies are just getting off scot-free without having to do anything, none of the work. And that rightfully started to bug some people. And so the UNSC decided, like, hey, we'll make the colonial authority. You can, like, transfer all your problems through there. Fun fact, That didn't work. And it just ended up pissing a lot of people off. Because it became like, no one is listening to us. No one is, like, actually taking the time to listen to us and, like, addressing our problems. In fact, we just had more problems stacked on from there. And there are some bad people that took advantage of that anger. And other people who had legitimate claims of frustration. And it became a very bad problem for the UNSC because they started asking, like, they started questioning their legitimacy in a lot of ways. Like, why should we follow you? Why should we listen to you? And there was legitimate talks in the UNSC about, like, hey, if these people want to be independent, just let them be independent. Let them figure it out. But it came down to that we literally can't. And there was no reasonable way to reconcile the problems between the UNSC and her colonies, which then led to the multiple groups of insurrectionists basically fighting it out against the UNSC.
Keep a low profile. We take them by surprise. This will be a hell of a lot easier.
Now, the UNSC, Oni hired then Catherine Halsey to basically, like, figure it out. Figure out our shit for us. And if the insurrection was not properly handled, it would not end well.
Sending him back here for a simple demo op.
Oni thinks it's worth it. Want to tell you something?
He tells me things ain't so simple.
And that's when they got the Spartans. Like, that's when they kidnapped 6-year-olds, replaced them with Flash clones, because legitimately humanity could not survive the civil war that it was building up to. Because they couldn't get anyone to agree. Because some people cannot see farther than their nose. Like, they cannot see, ahead of themselves. And old grudges and such. As well as unfair favoritism in a lot of people's eyes. And then the Human Covenant War started, and the UNSC promised a lot of things to the insurrectionists if they helped out.
I'm being burned alive.
And then once the Covenant was gone, the UNSC did not feel like honoring its promise a lot. So you had plenty of people who were pissed off that were denied what they were promised, and then just, it's not our problem anymore. 40K terms, they were basically not Horus Heresy, nothing like that.
Noble 6, our Falcons are standing by.
It was more like stop planets from eating each other alive kind of a thing.
AA guns dead ahead, Lieutenant. Time to go to work, Noble 6. Take out those guns.
Enemy ghost incoming. Kill that ghost. Going cold.
Halo has a very complex set of politics,
Falcon, stand by.
and it's not always one-to-one simple.
Guy just got unfriendly. Area secure.
God, that's a lot of Banshees.
All clear.
Nice job, 6. Falcons, commence descent. Meet you inside the base, Lieutenant.
That is a beat on me. Let's get hell, Spartan. They sure gave it to Reach. Fire, let's go.
Don't got a shot.
Troopers, get 'em out.
There we go. Really, it sounds like they mostly hated the Central Authority. It was entirely a hate for the Central Authority. And it didn't help that, like... It didn't help that a lot of, how do I put this? It does not help the UNSC's claim when something like Oni is running around. Now, a civilization needs intelligence. It needs these kinds of things to survive. Because sometimes you just need to know what someone is doing. Because it can hurt your people. But there are ways of handling it in such a way that doesn't lead to loss of life. And Oni just kind of tends to... It sees everything as a nail. Its own people, its own organization, anybody outside of its organization. Oni tends to overcorrect, is the best way I can put this. And by overcorrecting, they cause millions of problems for everyone else. The entire thing with, like, Halo 4 and the Covenant, that is directly Oni's fault. Jul 'Mendama and his Covenant are directly Oni's fault. The Spartans, kidnapped child soldiers, are Oni's fault. But they never take the blame. They always have scapegoats.
Area secure.
Halsey, genuinely one of the smartest people in all of Earth, like all of humanity.
Units working on getting the gate open.
She was a scapegoat for what Oni wanted. Oni got its child soldiers. And then once Halsey was useless to them, fuck her. She's a war criminal. We didn't know what she was doing. We had no idea what she was doing. They say, even though... Oh, Halsey's like, but you ordered me to. Oh, but we didn't order you to kidnap kids. But you read the entire dossier file and my genetic profile. You knew I had to go for kids. You knew and you signed off on it. I'll need that in writing, thanks. That's essentially the UN. That's essentially Oni in a nutshell. Scapegoat after scapegoat after scapegoat.
Gate's open, boss. 6, get over here. Cubbies all over the base.
And it doesn't help that Oni has a propaganda wing. Oni Section 2 is their propaganda wing. It sounds kind of inverse propaganda. We can't let you be independent because you'll kill each other. Earth's history has been
Come on.
fighting and failing to do exactly that. Oni can be a necessary evil in a lot of ways, and Oni has done a lot of good. But at the same time, that's like saying the CIA has also done a lot of good. They are not good organizations. This is not a good organization.
I have to go through maintenance. Elevator's out.
Way this place been done, we're lucky anything still works.
And it's creepy, to say the least. Like, Earth is... like, the current leader of Oni, she was supposed to be a Spartan. Saren Osman, the current leader of Oni, was supposed to be a Spartan, but she washed out. Like, her implants, like, her body rejected the implants, and it crippled her. And so, she still had an incredible mind, but now she could be groomed to be the next leader of Oni. So she succeeded the previous leader of Oni. So that way, Oni still had someone who was within their own ranks and would do everything to justify her actions. As well as have a massive hate boner for Halsey. Because Halsey ruined my life. And just be someone who could justify everything she's done.
Prearranged coordinates.
Cryptic.
You know as much as I do, level 4. Coordinates nearby, Commander.
There's probably a reason the name director a demon. At least that's how Western culture. Yeah, pretty much. Fun fact, Halo has a lot of biblical references in it.
In here.
Halo lore is so fucking good, dude. Halo lore is so fucking good. There was this one lore channel I watched called Halo Canon. It sucks that they're gone. Like, they're taking, like, a extended fucking break. For very good reasons, protecting their mental health. I miss you, Ian. You're really fucking cool. You taught me a lot about Halo, and oh my fucking god. Halo lore is so deep. A lot of it is so good. Yes, Halo 5 has the brain-melting thing of where Cortana is evil. God damn it. Halo Infinite has the stupid thing of, like, oh, the Banished beat Cortana. Because, like, the UNSC set it up for them. Doesn't the name Cortana come from the Arthurian legend or something? It doesn't come from Arthurian legend, it comes from something else. But she's basically named after the sword.
I need more time. Whatever you have to do, do it.
Tango.
Like, Halo lore is so fascinating with, like, the Human Covenant War, and like how the Covenants, how like the Covenant did things, just like how one Covenant ship a quarter of the size of one of ours was easily able to beat one of our biggest ships that we could throw at it at the time. And just like how all these different alien cultures and everything interact, and like the Forerunners are so cool and everything too. I just Halo hasn't been around as long as 40K, but it has just as good lore in it. I genuinely believe that. And was there some bad ideas? Was there some, like, really, like, bad growing pains for, like, the longest time for Halo? Yeah, and that's because, like, 343 wasn't allowed to talk to Bungie, and then had to, like, fix everything on the timeline-wise, because Bungie did not like third parties messing with their IP. And, like, like, 343 got to the point where it was like, oh, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It was like 3 steps forward, maybe half a step back by accident. A lot of the time. And that was... If it didn't have anything to do with Chief a lot of the time, a lot of the books were good. Or if it was like Chief back during the Human Covenant War. Those kinds of books are really fucking good. If it didn't have Chief in it, it was probably really good. And then you read a book like then you read like Karen Travis's Kilo 5 trilogy, and you're like, wow, one of these books is mediocre, the other two are hot fucking garbage. And it's... I don't... Yeah, no, like that... My major complaint about Halo 5 was Cortana being evil. Like, you didn't need her. Honestly. I would have preferred if Cortana stayed dead. And, like, let the new bad guys be new bad guys. Like, let the Forerunners be the villains of, like, the Halo, like, the sequel Halo trilogy. Or, better yet, just don't have Chief. Just don't do anything with Chief. After Halo 4, I really thought, like, Chief would be, like, put in the background for a little bit. No. Even though Halo 5, you play as Team Osiris most of the fucking game. I would have much preferred Chief being on, like, the sideline for a little bit, but 343 is scared to, like, experiment outside of him. Even though that's what Bungie was doing. They... Think about the last 3 games, like, the last 2 games that Bungie worked on. Halo ODST and Halo Reach. Chief only makes a cameo in 1 game. And it's this game. He's never mentioned. He's never talked about. And that is how the legend should be, honestly. Locke could have been fine if they left Chief out. Yes! Also, I'm gonna say it, but, like, there is a part in the game where, there's this really weird line in Halo 5 where, Buck and Locke are talking, And Locke says to, "You're not the only one here because of him." And that line makes no sense because he's saying it to Buck. But it would have made proper sense if he was talking to Gabriel Thorne, who was technically the protagonist of Spartan Ops. I really think Buck should not have been in Halo 5. It should have been Thorne. And, like, if you don't know who Thorne is, go watch all the Halo Spartan Ops cutscenes. Because Thorne is an interesting character. He is a Spartan 4 who is from the city that the Didac attacked back in Halo 4, and he's like the new blood of Spartans, and he was inspired by John. He was inspired by the Master Chief. So it would have made more sense if it was him instead of Buck. Keep Tanaka and Vale, because I like Tanaka and Vale. It would have been better, in my opinion.
Get your defenses ready, Six.
And I stand by my words on that one. Gabriel Thorne should have been the protagonist of Halo 5. And, like, Locke also should have been in it, too, because Locke is a very cool character. And, like, I'm gonna say this, I'm also gonna say this right now. People say that Halo 5 is the worst Halo game. Fuck off with that. Halo 5 has the worst story, but Halo 5 has some of the best gameplay in it. Bar fucking none. I will stand by Halo 5 gameplay-wise. I will not stand by its story. I like where we go in a lot of places. I like that we go to a winter planet. Love snow fights. Love me some Sang Helios. Love me fucking that station that we fought on.
What is this stuff?
Knowledge. A birthright from an ancient civilization. This AI...
What do I think about Halo aesthetics? So, I like Halo 3. I like Halo 3 ODST's aesthetics a lot. The Halo 3 engine. I like Halo 3's designs a lot.
Still with us, Commander?
But I also like Halo Reach.
Let me draw the heat. Just deliver that package.
Here's our destination, Six.
And then Halo Infinite came around, and I fell in love with that art style from Halo Infinite. I thought Halo Infinite's art style was great. No, Arbiter does need his own game. Technically, that was Halo 2, but, yeah, no, agreed. Arbiter needs his own game. I also need to read the book that him and Vale are in. Like, everything in Halo 5 is good except for the story. I like the characters, like, actually talk to one another. I like that they interact with the world around them. And just, like, they talk about stuff. I like this, like, little conversation that, Locke and Tanaka have when, like, they're going down to Meridian, an outer colony. And, like, Locke looks to her and says, like, what can we expect from the locals? And she looks at them and just says, like, they're going to be very, like, abrasive, very, protective of their stuff. So, talk politely and respectfully, treat them like they're their own people, and hands off everything. Don't touch. Unless you're told you can. I like that because it shows that the squad is diverse, that it has, like, its own backgrounds and histories. And that, like, even Buck kind of got, like, annoyed with them a little bit. Because, like, they were treating them so rudely. And it was just like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have fucking saved you assholes. And Tanaka says to him, like, you gotta learn to fucking not talk like that.
Got transport.
No, I agree with that. I agree with you on that one, Robot. And just, like, having Vale there. Someone who was like, well, I got stranded in deep space, so it was either sit around, be real bored, or get real smart. And that, like, she learned to speak Sangheili. And then you get to go to the fucking elite homeworld. Oh my god, I love Sanghelios. Like, I wish I could play Halo 5 on fucking, on Master Chief Collection. By the way, Microsoft, big fucking mistake that you didn't put it here. You're all because you wanted to keep your loot boxes, you fucking jackasses. But, like, the world building in Halo 5 was so good. It was so fucking good.
Quick, put your headers out, 6. We're gonna have to jump it.
Sanghelios was awesome. The Sanion, my favorite fucking mission in all of Halo 5. Fighting in the Covenant City. Oh my god, I loved that city. I loved the aesthetics of it. I loved just how pretty it looked. I loved the music for it. I loved that, like, you got to fight with the elites. It was just wonderful. It was so good. And it was like, ah! And they fixed my problem with the Prometheans from Halo 4. They fixed my problems with the Prometheans from Halo 4. And, like, Prometheans and Halo 4 were too tanky, they were all over the fucking place, and just Knights were bullshit. And Watchers were bullshit too. Fuck Watchers, fuck Knights in Halo 4. But in Halo 5, they fixed it all. The Knight is now the equivalent of a Hunter. And you have to break the armor off their back. Act before like you can hit their weak spot, which is totally fair. Watchers just don't revive shit anymore. Which made me so happy. I was the happiest man alive when they did that. I liked the Promethean Soldier. They had a medium infantry unit that was like very, very fast, like very, very slippery, very fast. I liked it a lot. Yeah, and I just... And they fixed a lot of the weapons that I didn't like in Halo 4. Like, the Promethean weapons were fucking boring in Halo 4. They were just, like, crappier battle rifle and DMR, crappier SMG. And I didn't like them. I didn't like the Promethean weapons. And then Halo 5 was like, here, I fixed them. Sick! Fucking sick, dude. Halo 5 fixed all my problems with Halo 4 my only complaints were the story and the loot boxes. Other than that, I thought Halo 5 was great.
Noble.
And I replayed it recently,
We can get
and
past
I had
this,
so much fun. The movement was solid, everything. The shooting, the just running around, having like abilities where like I could slam the ground. I didn't have to rely on armor abilities. Oh. Fuck! I wish I could play Halo 5 on stream. Especially with some friends. I wish I could do that. Like, a lot of people are like, like, 343 ruined Halo. No, they didn't. A lot of the people I ask, like, what ruined Halo for them, and a lot of it's either, like, inconsequential or, like, doesn't make any sense. Because Bungie was just as bad. You see this game? A lot of people hate fucking Reach. And now they sing its praises. Because you gotta hate on 343. A company that wasn't even allowed to talk to Bungie. Lest you be fucking fired. Yeah, that's right. They weren't allowed to talk to Bungie. At all. 343 was not allowed to talk to Bungie to get, like, feedback or help when developing Halo 4. It wasn't 343 that took away dual wielding. It was Bungie. It wasn't 343 that added in armor abilities. It was Bungie. Everyone bitched and complained about everything that 343 did, even though it was Bungie that did it originally.
This is Captain Keyes of the Pillar of Autumn. We are tracking you, Noble, and we've begun our launch sequence. Proceed to dry dock, platform D. I'll be on it myself to receive the package. Better be, soldier, because my countdown is no abort.
Like, without 343, we wouldn't have a lot of the cool stuff that Halo did. We wouldn't even have those sick-ass remastered cutscenes. We would never have Halo Wars 2, which was an extremely fun RTS. Like, I love Halo Wars 2. One of my favorite games of all time. And made the Brutes my favorite species in Halo. My favorite alien species is the Brutes. All because of the Banished. Having Pavium and Boridus as two characters? Oh my god.
Sierra, you made it.
Those two were so much fun.
We got this facility covered from all angles. We'll give you covering fire, take the flank. There has to be a way around.
We'll find it. You just keep them busy.
You got it, sir.
I don't know if it's the same people who reached that love it now. Possibly the lovers were quiet till recently because it was their first Halo. I know a lot of people where Halo Reach was their first Halo, and then they were thrown off by, like, everything the other Halos did. Like, I had one friend play Halo Reach, then play Halo 1, and they're like, why is Halo 1 so slow? And I'm like, because Halo 1 was the first one. And, like, Reach was just... Fucking Bungie didn't even like Reach all that much. The only reason they made Reach was out of fucking spite of the book. Because fucking Bungie would treat everything as dubious canon. If it doesn't interest them, it's not canon to them. The lore community hated Halo Reach. The competitive community hated Halo Reach because of shit like this. This shit made competitive, like, Halo Reach killed competitive. Like, killed competitive Halo. And then Halo 4 did not help. But Halo 4 was a godsend for the campaign because it was an interesting story that basically humanized the Master Chief. He wasn't just some, like, brainless soldier that points and kills. He's a person with his own opinions and thoughts who has, like, really quippy dialogue. Asking's not my strong suit. I thought I'd try shooting my way out. Mix things up a little. And just seeing him, like, trying to defend his friend who watched over him for 5 years. 5 years he watched over her. Well, she watched over him. And he feels indebted to her. And he would do anything to save her, but he fails at the last possible moment because it's not his choice. Because Cortana was a person to him. He would risk everything to save her because she was just as important to him. Which says so much about Chief. Yeah, no, Armor Lock broke competitive. I'm talking about armor abilities in general. No one liked armor abilities. I will always spam shield if I can find it. Because shield is just a free med pack. Like, there is no reason in campaign to take anything other than shield unless shield's not available. You take Armor Lock. Because Armor Lock just protects you from everything. And it's dumb. Halo 5 did away with armor abilities entirely, and people still shit on it. Even though it's the exact Halo that they asked for. Should sprint exist in Halo? Like, should sprint exist in Halo? I don't think so. I do not like that sprint is in Halo.
I see him.
Oh, but we have to have, like, why don't you do what Call of Duty did? Add sprint. Make games go faster. That's what vehicles are for, asshole. Or maps are small enough that you don't need sprint. But it's bad. Why'd you put sprint in? It ruined Halo. You fucking asked for it! Genuinely, the 343 brain rot has, like, ruined a lot of people's heads. Now, Halo Infinite does deserve criticism. It really does. I hate the store in it. I hate that, like, you have to buy battle passes in order to get armor upgrades and color upgrades. That was fucking stupid. I hated that. I hate that you have to unlock fucking colors. Something that was free in previous games is now a thing that you have to buy. And then unlock after you bought it. And, like, the campaign was a little bit disappointing. I think it should have just focused entirely on the Banished. Or, like, the three-way fight between the Banished, Cortana's forces, and the UNSC.
Keys to Noble Team.
I think that would have been a lot better. But no, we don't get a resolution on the Cortana stuff. And they introduce a new enemy that's the Endless, and she's a non-factor for most of the game, and no one cares, and just... But it has really good moments, like Chief being human. Grappling hook. Grappling hook. Love grappling hook. Grappling hook is best invention in Halo. If you had to have armor abilities, I'm glad that fucking I'm glad that fucking grappling hook, drop shield, and active camo were like the only things.
position. I'll take out as many dropships as I can. Hold them off until Keys gets here.
Weapons just feel weaker in Halo 4 for me. I don't know why. A lot of them just feel weaker. Grappling hooks make any game better. Yes! Infinitely so! Pun intended. Fuck you. Like, Halo Infinite had wonderful ideas. The Endless were unneeded. It was just a new threat that they didn't need to introduce. The Banished were good enough. Like, take advantage of the new popular enemy that you introduced. Okay, I understand. And I would have really preferred it if, I would have really preferred it if Atriox was not in the game, and that it was just like his lieutenant. I would have much preferred it that way. That it was just like the old guy that you were fighting most of the game. I know that sounds like really weird, but like, I would have preferred it if we got resolution with Cortana, like in person with her, instead of it just being like
I've got your back.
Yeah, there's a lot of unanswered questions in Halo Infinite. Like, what happened to Lasky and Palmer? What happened to Halsey? What happened to Osiris and everything? I want to know.
Good to see you, Spartan. Halsey assured me I could count on you.
Not just me, sir.
They'll be remembered. Cruiser, adjusting heading for the Autumn. Noble 4, I need fire on that cruiser or we're not getting out of here. Do you copy?
I have your window, sir.
Bridge, this is the captain. We have the package. Returning to the Autumn, River.
Copy that.
Like, one thing that completely bugs me right now is just like how fucking annoying the Halo community can really be. And it's mostly because, like, it's just a lot of people being extremely uncharitable and like, oh, but this was way better. Instead of being like, instead of just like, they offer no solutions, they just want 343 to be gone, and I'm like, Your problem shouldn't be with 343. It should be with Microsoft. It makes no sense that you're bitching at fucking 343 because they're just doing what Microsoft is telling them to do while trying to also listen to you. Now, I know it's also blaming the consumer for, like, the actions of a corporation, which can be really fucking dumb. But come on, 343 ruined everything? They're just the guys being paid to make the fucking game and lore. It's Microsoft that's the problem, and trying to push everything out, and, like,
I need it dead.
making the worst decisions possible for Halo. And yes, 343 is directly owned by Microsoft. But that's a leadership issue at that point.
Test driver won't crack those shields. Steady, Spartan.
Now, there was something that did shock me that came out of Bungie. Like, they're working on Marathon, like a remake of Marathon. So that should be fun. My biggest issue across the board was removing local co-op in Halo 5. Oh, no. That is a major criticism I have of Halo 5. Why'd you remove local co-op? You have 4 playable fucking characters. Why'd you get rid of 4-player fucking co-op? Why is it online only? Fuck you!
All stations brace for
Most of the game is locked out because fucking multiplayer. Online always has to be.
This is the Pillar of Autumn. We're away. The package is with us.
I will still stand by that Halo is fun. Halo is extremely fun. And I like Halo. I love Halo. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I love the series to death. Does it have problems? Yes. Massively so. Is Halo Infinite bad? No, it's not. It's really fun. But the problem becomes just, why should I play it? A game does not need good graphics to be fun. It really doesn't. I'll keep saying that for years. A game does not need good graphics to be fun. There are games with terrible graphics that are still fun today. People need to just get the fuck over themselves. Graphics do not make a game. Well, guess what, guys? Halo is now like 10 fucking bucks on Steam. Halo is $10 fucking on Steam. 10 bucks. My first console was PS2 and still sometimes play it because it's still fun. Yes! Oh my god! Gaming, like, games do not have to look the prettiest to be fun. They don't. Good gameplay, good game mechanics. Yes, good graphics can help. They help make a game more visually pleasing to the eye. And help, like, identify things that you need in the game. Past traumatic events my wife experienced while Halo was being played in the next room. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Halo is incredible. I want to do videos on Halo 2. Because, like, Halo was a massive part of my life. It was the one thing I could go to when I was a kid where I had freedom to do what I want. Where, like, I could play the game and just be me. And it was just... it was something that I loved to do. And I want to do it with you guys, too. I want to play Halo with you guys. Just need to find people who want to play and have the time to. Or just, like, open everything up for people. But I also understand why some people don't. Graphics don't even guarantee prettiest. That's on aesthetics. Exactly. I'm telling you right now, no one plays The Binding of Isaac because it looks pretty. They play it because it's fun. No one continues playing Halo fucking 2 with original graphics because it's pretty. They play it because it's fun. Halo 3 has not aged well. Holy fuck has it not aged well. But it is still fun. And you don't go out of your way to remake all of the cutscenes for Halo for nothing. All of Halo 2's cutscenes were redone. Buy the Master Chief Collection! It is $12 for 6 fucking games. 6 games back to back that are all fantastic. Just make sure you download the multiplayers when you download the game, because, like, oops. But yeah, like, 6 games. 6. At the time, these games were worth $80. The average price is like $40. You're paying $10 per Halo game plus 2 DLC. And granted, you have to go through the catalog to get everything. But you play a few games online, you play a few campaign, you play through the entire campaign, guess what? You'll get plenty of stuff to unlock everything that you want and more. I will promote this game because I like it. And yes, Halo the Master Chief Collection had a really rocky fucking start. It had a really rocky start. But it is worth it. This playtime here, nearly 600 hours. This just shows how much I love Halo. I just came from Twitter, a video on TT, and I agree with you 100%. Also, hi. I don't have a rival. But yeah. I love Halo. It's great. But for now, I'm going to put it down, because I just want to hang out with chat and talk. I want to talk with you guys. I just want to stare at my chat and call you guys beautiful, because you are beautiful, and I love you guys. I think you're all very wonderful, beautiful people. And like, say hi to our new person, Goku. Guys, we got Goku. That's amazing. We got a Super Saiyan in our chat. Fix Halo 4, it's too late. Okay. How do we fix Halo? How do we go out of our way to fix Halo? Halo Infinite's got a really good start. It's got a really good start. A lot of people would suggest, like, we need a full reset. Like, go back to Halo 3, ODST and all that. Like, keep the main games, like, canon, but do away with Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite, Halo Wars 2. Fuck that, by the way. I want to keep Halo Wars 2. I will fight to the fucking death for Halo Wars 2. I will stab a bitch. Boss, you see my face. I'm not beautiful. Too fucking bad. Too fucking bad. You're beautiful. Give you a kiss. Kisses from my boys. Anyway, how do you fix Halo? I am one idiot. I am one man. Do I believe going back in time will solve everything? Maybe. Who knows? If you're going to go back in time, do not throw away any of the Halos from Halo Reach to 3, including, like, keep Halo Wars 1 and 2, but ditch Halo 4, ditch Halo 5, ditch Halo Infinite, just let them be their own thing, let them be their own timeline. And then current canon, do not focus on Chief. Do not. Let Chief be lost in the void. Let us just not focus on Chief. Because we don't need to. Halo is bigger than Chief. Chief was the main character for the first 3 games. 1, 2, 3. His legend is set. He stopped the rings. He stopped the Ark. He stopped the Covenant. Let that be it. Anything else set after that, you can focus on other Spartans. There are plenty of other Spartans to focus on. There is Fred. There is Linda. There is Kelly. Focus on the Covenant. Or, hell, go back. Go all the way back. Forerunner Flood War. Have a Flood horror game. There are multiple ideas that we can do to fix Halo. But another fundamental thing, get rid of the stupid fucking store for Halo Infinite. That shit is dumb. Get rid of loot boxes. Let us unlock shit. Do not lock colors behind a paywall. fuck you for that decision. Whichever Microsoft executive came down on high, gun in hand, holding it to the back of the programmer's head. Fuck you in particular, bastard. For, like, saying, like, colors need to be hidden behind a paywall. Fuck you. Have the Banished as the bad guys. Have the Banished. Like, have different groups trying to fill the power vacuum that the Covenant left behind. You can do that story. As well as, like, deal with the insurrection. Deal with the fallout of the war. Because, like, guys, after a war, shit's still fucky. It's not just one side wins and everything's fine. No, it's one side wins. Now what are you going to do about it? Hear me out. ODST 2. Yes. ODST 2. ODST is my favorite fucking game of all time. I will stand by it forever. I love ODST. ODST is fucking fantastic. Being a regular-ass person in the middle of all that bullshit? Hell yes. It sucks that the rookie is dead. Yeah, he was killed in the book. That one up there. Bad blood. He dead. Oh, the reason for my name is Pain. Okay. What if a Covenant race joined the UNS? You mean, like, the elites? I love the elites, but I also love the brutes. You can have a game focusing entirely on the elites. We've done it before. We have 2 characters from Halo 3 that would make for wonderful protagonists. Hell, you got books. Just turn a book into a game. Just turn the books into a game. It would be a wonderful idea. But enough with the microtransactions. Like, have the game be fully complete before it's out. Because, like, that was a lot of people's problems with Halo Infinite. It had nothing to offer outside the campaign and 4 maps. Which got boring real fucking quick. And then, like, there was no game modes. There was no split screen. There was no co-op. That was Infinite's problem, is that it didn't offer anything when it came out. And that sucks. So yeah, make sure your game is fucking complete when you release it.
Uh-oh, what game are we talking about?
Halo.
Halo?
Yeah.
Which one?
All of how to fix it.
Oh.
Because, like, Halo Infinite was a real mixed bag for a lot of people.
Hi, baby. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I've been home a whole 2 seconds and I haven't come pet you yet. Have we had a cat cameo yet?
We have not had a baby. No.
The baby.
Hello, baby.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Can I hold her?
Yeah.
She probably doesn't want me to hold her because, like, she missed Mom, but look at this sweet little creature.
Tiny baby.
Tiniest baby. Look at her, chat.
Look at the baby.
Look at her living her best life.
She got the toe beans.
She got the toe beans.
Toe beans.
What about, like, a new group of hell, maybe a bad guy that takes all the good things from the other... But no couch co-op, like, why? Yeah, pretty much. Hello, baby. Sweet baby. Okay, you can hold her now. She missed you. She was hanging out by the front door because I left to go play a 40k game.
Jesus, baby.
She missed us.
How much longer are you planning on streaming?
About 4 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love you.
I've had a day.
Same.
Did you hear about what they did on Twitter?
Yes.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Horrible business decision.
But yeah, like, there's not much you need to do to fix Halo. Like, I'd also recommend getting rid of Sprint. You don't need it. Completely retconned out of existence. Well, that's the thing. Halo Reach in the book Fall of Reach did not retcon each other. They happened at the same time. Like, retcon each other out of existence. They were retconned to be at the same time. My cat woke up when she heard yours, and she is looking for a new friend. Like I got another cat. Aww, poor baby. If you are going back to before Halo 4, you are inevitably retconning the entire books that came after Halo 4, which sucks because those books are really good, including the books focusing on Sergeant Forge's daughter, Orion, like Ryan Forge, who's a really good character and her story is wonderful. But like, you want to fix the games, but you want to go back in time, you go back to before Halo 4. But if we have to stick with it now, stop focusing on Chief. We don't care anymore. So the book, The Fall of Reach, is from the perspectives of the Spartan 2s, while Halo Reach is from the perspective of the UNSC and Nobility, which is the Covenant were invading the planet well into the book, The Fall of Reach. I don't like people, so the normal multiplayer options have zero interest for me. The failure that COD had to me was sacrificing campaign for multiplayer, which is fair. Bring back local co-op. Bring back, pick one rifle. It's either the DMR or it's the battle rifle. It's one or the other, not both, and most people will pick the battle rifle. Our thing is, like, when it came to plopping in enemies, when I played Halo 4, it felt like 343 just threw tons of enemies in a room and just said, fuck it, figure it out. Whereas, like, the previous Halo games were like, this is an area with carefully constructed enemies and sometimes friendly positions, so that way, like, it was like a puzzle that you had to figure out while, like, fighting. In Halo 4, it was just like, I got 20 crawlers! Kill them! I got respawning crawlers! Kill them! And you don't always need a new bad guy to make things interesting. Like, Halo 2, what did they really introduce? They introduced, pilotable wraiths. Okay. And 2 new races. The brutes and the drones, while also introducing new weapons for humans and new weapons for Covenant. That's really all they needed to do. And then Halo 3 came around and it didn't add anything. In fact, it took away more than added, aside from, like, vehicles. And you just go from there. Bring dual wielding back. Dual wielding was great. Like, I know not a lot of people used it, but, like, it was still an option. We're not talking about, like, dual wielding assault rifles, SMGs, E-alerts, plasma pistols, plasma rifles. Bring that back. That was cool. The man took a laser to the face. He's not coming back. Johnson's not coming back. Neither is 6. What about an evil Spartan? Spartan 4s. We've had evil Spartans. Does it even have drones? It doesn't have drones. It doesn't have drones. It does not have the Yedma. That drove me up the wall. Oh, we brought in a flying enemy. Oh, you mean like the drones? No, they're called skimmers. they float around and shoot. You had that already. What the fuck is the point of the Endless? You brought skimmers when we had drones. Just put in the bugs. Oh, but the bugs were annoying. Ah! They fulfill the same purpose. No, do not do the fucking, like, portal opens, different timeline. Do not do that. We already hate the Halo show. I don't need that. That just makes it too complicated. Do not do that. I love Halo. I'm going to sing its praises. I'm going to defend it. But at the same time, I am not stupid enough not to recognize its flaws. Like modern flaws. If you want stuff for, if you want stuff for Flood, there's the Halo Wars 2 expansion, Awakening the Nightmare, which is really good. It is dealing with the Flood threat that survived on the Ark. And then there's the Forerunner trilogy of books, if you want to give that a read, which is essentially a recollection of things that happened from 343's memory. Can we actually follow up on Wars 2? Yeah, no, I would love to. There was a book that followed up on it called Divine Wind, which really didn't focus on Spirit of Fire and what was going on with them, but they are in the book and they're wonderful. Wonderful, like a Spartan 3 is like freaking the fuck out, and Alice is holding him like outside the dropship, pointing a gun at him and saying, "You need to calm the fuck down before I let you on board." That was really cool. Yeah, like, it feels like that, but Halo Wars 2 should have, like, a lot more done with it. And I would love Halo Wars 3 to, like, have a conclusion to the War for the Ark. I would love that. But, I'm gonna get going. I've been talking all day, because, like, I played a game of 40K, so I had to talk all day, because I was trying to tell my moves. And I'm tired. So, yeah, I will probably talk to you guys on Monday. Don't forget to donate to the Ko-fi, because that's how I make money. Please do it. And I will talk to you all on Monday.